hours late. Who knows when they will arrive with a storm brewing? Oh, the best laid plans of mice. And heavens, must you continually sneak up on me while I'm thinking? It's terribly upsetting. I told you to wait downstairs until I called for you.
I'm sorry, Doctor. It's the monster. He's getting terribly restless. The last time he was like this, he broke his chains and tore the hinges off the door.
Oh, I'm doing the best I can. Oh, the burden of a reputation. Grandfather, why did I ever find your laboratory notes and embark on this hideous career? Look at this face, Igor. Once I was young and happy, and now I am lined with worry wrinkles.
Your grandfather was a great man. How often my grandfather Igor has told me stories of how they would work together, out at night, cutting criminals down from scaffolds, digging up bodies, out all night in the muck and the mire. I'm glad I was not there.
Yes, I know all the stories well. My grandfather created a monster out of men, an indestructible creature. The only problem was the monster's brain, thanks to your grandfather.
Oh, but it was not Grandfather Igor's fault. He couldn't read. How did he know the brain he stole from the university laboratory was the brain of a nincompoop?
He should have recognized a comrade.
What a wonderful night. It was on just such a night as this that the monster was created. The lightning gave him the strength of 100 men. How proud our grandfathers were.
Yes, but enough reminiscing. We have plenty of problems of our own, trying to correct some mistakes of the past. The brain transfer machine is ready. We no longer have to operate to change the monster's brain. Using the 4-eyed crystal, the machine spins the brain into a billion particles, sends them through space, and reassembles them in a new cranium.
Wonderful, Doctor. Wonderful. But when do we begin?
As soon as we find the right brain for the monster.
I know it is a wonderful brain.
Oh, where?
In here. But it's a perfectly good brain, and it's never been used.
There are brains, and then there are brains. I refuse to discuss it further. Now, hopefully, the right brain will arrive this evening. With all this lightning, we shall have added energy for some perfect transfer. I have advertised this castle as a hotel, with all the travel agencies from Berlin to Los Angeles. I had expected a large supply of brains, but so far only one group has made reservations. So you'll be here tonight, and with everything in readiness, I must use one of these brains tonight. Oh, I almost forgot. You must not call me Dr. Frankenstein anymore. I am Baron Henry von Frankenmeyer. Do you understand?
Yes, Dr. Frankenstein. Frankenmeyer. But I've been meaning to ask you, how can we run a hotel? We have no servants, no maids, no cooks, no bellhops.
Oh, simple. You will do it.
But I do everything around here. I fix the machine all day, I watch the monster all night, and now you want me to carry tourist baggage and run room service? It's too much. I quit.
Well, wait, you don't understand. If one of our guests is chosen for the honor of the brain transfer, then you will be in the perfect position to plant the crystal on him. You know I have not yet learned to focus the rays of the machine. I have placed one crystal on the creature, and this one must be placed on the body of the subject, whose brain is to be transferred. I cannot succeed without your help. Do not desert me in my hour of need. I shall be lost without you.
There, doctor. I won't leave you. How can you think such a thing of loyal, hardworking, and lovable Igor?
Very well, very well. Go get the rooms ready. Our guests should be arriving shortly. A family of American tourists. Oh, quickly! Mix another sedative. We do not want him frightening our guests. Use the good whiskey tonight. Perhaps we should be grateful he hidden the brewery the last time he escaped. He is so much easier to sedate now. Oh, and make sure those chains are secure. The energy transfer may be more violent than we had calculated, and we do not want him running around the countryside, mauling the villagers. Oh, grandfather. Grandfather, do you hear your creation moaning for relief? I, Baron Henry von Frankenstein III, shall correct your mistakes. I shall perfect your creation and end the failures of the past. I shall remove the curse of the Frankensteins. He's ready, Doc. Good. Make no delay. Get in quiet as soon as you can. Then make the rooms ready with a nice warm fire. Yes, Dr. Frankenstein. Now, if this storm will hold until they arrive.
Henry, darling. Oh, good. I'm surprised to see me, darling.
Natasha Nabrinsky.
So you have not forgotten me, darling. It is so nice to see you again. And the Carpathian mountains are so lonely and quiet. Like a mausoleum. Oh, don't be silly, darling. Put that thing away. I have been taking treatments at Van Helsing Health Clinic in Budapest. I drink only cranberry now.
What are you doing here anyway? I thought I told you the last time I saw you I wanted nothing more to do with you or your husband. Oh, by the way, where is the Count?
I am leaving Daddy. I am tired of him running around night after night after night after some New York thing. He has made more of me for the last night.
Well, maybe if you settled down, he would too. You're leaving him as ridiculous. You two are made for each other. You always go back to him, so why leave him in the first place?
It is not ridiculous. I am tired of sitting at home alone, waiting for him to drop me a morsel of attention. I refuse to be the bat in his belfry any longer. What's this? Make reservations for 5, stop. The Julius T. Budnocker and family, stop. Arriving October 18th, stop. SeaWorld Grab, the Sea Global Travel Agency, Hollywood, California. Darling, what does this mean? Who is Julius T. Budnocker and family?
I have decided to go out of the monster business. I have decided to turn this castle into a vacation paradise.
Oh, wonderful, darling. All this old place needs is some new blood.
Blood?
Just an expression, darling. Now, back to blood. I am sorry, but I had to use you. You know how he is. And Igor was the only one available.
That's it. But Igor? How could Vlad suspect Igor?
I told you. I was desperate. I had to take what I could get. But I assure and Igor will suffer more than any man has ever suffered before.
All right, but don't mingle with the guests.
Oh, I promise. Thank you.
Doctor! Doctor! Doctor!
Hello, my little pet. Hi, how you have not changed.
What is she doing here?
Oh, she just flew in for a little visit. There's nothing to worry about.
Because of you, I was beaten. The dogs were set upon me, and I was chased over half of Transylvania. I swore revenge.
I am warning you. You keep him under control because next time I will not restrain myself. Now, Beast, take me to my room. And when my talk arrives, bring it on.
Welcome to Hotel Frankenstein. I hope your visit will be enjoyable. May I introduce myself? I am Baron Henry von Frankenmeyer, your host.
Oh, Julius T. Woodknocker here, and this is Mrs. Woodknocker and all the little knockers. My car. Hey, swell doing it. Early gargoyle. So, what do we eat? I'll take 2 fried eggs, 2 poached eggs, 2 scrambled eggs, and 2 medium boiled eggs. And roast beef. Rare, medium, well done, and overdone. Hey, have you got any stewed prunes?
I suppose so.
Well, give them some black coffee. That should sober them up. Now listen, I want to get something perfectly straight. Rest and relaxation. I got a terrible case of noise and insomnia, and I must have quiet. Quiet!
Pop was really shaken up in Paris. You see, we went on a tour of the Eiffel Tower, and we got stuck in the elevator, and we had to ride it up and down and up and down 3 times before they let us off.
You haven't had such a bad case of seasickness since Seabiscuit lost the 5th race at Hialeah.
Very good, Mr. Woodknocker.
Oh, not nearly as amusing as he thought it was.
Ah, yes, my bitter half. She has all the modesty, poise, and ill humor in this family.
Don't push me too far, Julius. Remember, your nerves.
My wife doesn't think I'm funny. Hey, Junior, how much would you charge to run into an open manhole?
Just a go charge.
Well, drop in sometime.
Sewer.
Hey, we cleaned that up pretty well.
I don't understand.
Well, neither do I, and don't let it happen again.
Can you just have one vacation? One evening without your antics? I swear you do it just to embarrass me.
Mr. Frankenmeyer.
You can call me Henry.
Oh, Henry.
Well, let's not get too familiar here.
Henry. My husband's been in vaudeville since he was young. Very young. Now he has a hard time telling what is reality and what's a play.
Why, to me, reality is a play, or a play is reality, or vice versa. There ought to be a wisecrack in there somewhere, but I doubt it. Anyway, all for one, and one for all, and me for you, and 3, 4, 5, and 6 for a quarter.
I must say, you look very familiar to me.
Oh, my husband's not who you think he is.
Why, that's a lie! I know exactly who I am. I'm an imposter, or rather, an impersonator.
He is a continual embarrassment to his family. But that doesn't stop him. Nothing stops him. He'll insult anyone. Now he says he's suffering from nerves and insomnia, so the doctor sent him on this trip to recover. In actuality, he's been trying to drive me to a nervous breakdown for 20 years!
That's no cry, that's a short putt.
I'll just apologize now for anything he does later.
Hello, room service. Ice water and 318? Is that so? How'd it get there? Oh, you want some? Well, that's different. Have you got any ice? Well, no, I don't have any ice. This is Coconut Beach, Florida. No snow, no ice. Tell you what, cut up some onions. That'll make your ice water.
Very good, Mr. Woodducker. Now, there seems to be only 4 of you.
Hey, that's pretty good. I bet with a little practice you can learn to count to 10.
Julius, we've had enough comedy for one evening.
What I mean, sir, is the travel agency wired there would be 5 of you.
Ah, yes, that would be our 5th wheel, Mrs. McGonagall. She's out in the car, refuses to come in. Says this place reminds her of something out of a monster picture. Can't imagine why. Ah, Mrs. McGonagall. Now, she may look like an idiot. She may act like an idiot. She may sound like an idiot, but don't let that fool you. She's an idiot. Ruth, why don't you go out there and see...
Terrible though, Prince. Yeah. It was terrible. Horrible, most horrible. I was sitting in the car and this horrible face peeked through the side window. Ooh, it was the most gruesome thing I've ever seen.
Must have gotten a good look at herself in the rearview mirror.
Right your way.
It must have gotten a good look at her.
My screaming frightened it away.
And with that voice, who can blame it? This is Mrs. McGonagall, our traveling companion and housekeeper. Any resemblance between her and an actual human being is purely coincidental.
Yes, I'm warning you. Mrs. McGonagall, you need to settle down. Now you've just worked yourself up to an anxious state of mind, but with the long trip up the mountainside and the appearance of this hotel, you just need some rest.
I'm not staying the night in this place. Why, I'd be too frightened to close my eyes. Who knows what might be lurking in the corners or under the bed?
I could say something, ooh, but I won't.
I'm sure you'll feel differently once you've refreshed yourself.
Of course. Now, Mr. Frankenheimer.
That's Frankenmeyer.
Ah, yes, Mr. Frankfurter. How much are the rooms here?
Oh, how much? Thought of that. Would $20 be too much?
$20 to stay in a rundown dump like this? That's outrageous. Come on, grab your bags. We're going. Come on.
Now you're talking.
Julius, it's too late to go anywhere else. Now, we have reservations here and we're staying. Now, if you want to get up in the morning and leave, that would be just fine, but tonight, I'm not budging.
No, you can't leave. These roads are dangerous at night, especially with the storm coming in. We can reach a settlement tomorrow, which I'm sure will be agreeable to all of us.
This isn't the first time this has happened. Most people expect to spend money when they go on vacation, but not him. In Paris, he stormed out of our reserved hotel and made us walk all over town carrying our luggage for 5 hours looking for a cheaper place to stay, just to end up right back at the first hotel.
Well, it was the principle of the thing.
Well, I'm principled out. I'm tired. Miriam's tired. Junior's run off somewhere. Tonight we're staying here. Now, if you want to sit on your luggage here in the lobby all night long, that's your affair.
Oh, very well. We'll stay. But I want it quiet!
Thank you, Julius. Now, where's Junior? Junior? Oh, Junior!
Here I am, Mom. Hey, Pop, this place is swell. It'd be a peachy place for murder.
Junior?
Well, it would.
I'll have you shown to your rooms, and then I'll prepare something for you to eat and have it brought up to your rooms. I'm sure you must be famished after your long journey.
I have to eat.
Come out of there, Mrs. McGonagall will break every bone in your body.
Don't do it, Pop.
Whoa, hey.
Stop! This harmless creature is the bellboy. Come out, Igor. Oh, boy. Good boy, good boy. He is as harmless as a puppy dog. Now, eat Igor, get the baggage and show our guests to their rooms.
Ooh, what's that?
Mice.
Mice?
That sounded too big to be a mouse.
Well, the sound echoes through the lower halls, but there's nothing to be frightened about. They always stay below in the dungeons.
Dungeons? Oh boy, can I see him, Pop? No.
They're all locked and sealed shut. No one has been in them for years.
Say, mister, do you know if there are any secret passages in this place running from room to room?
I don't think so.
That's enough, Junior. You can explore later.
That's Robert.
Igor will show you to your rooms.
Hey, you be careful with those bags. They got all my costumes in them. Without my costumes, I'd have to play Lady Godiva. Believe me, I don't have the equipment.
Walk this way.
He said it, Ruth, not me.
That's the first step. What's that first step?
Not a suitable brain among them all. I suppose I must make do. There's no time to get another. Oh, this lightning! She will be ready at 11 o'clock. I will give the crystal to Igor, and then he will place it on, which one? The boy. No, not old enough. Mrs. McGonagall. Never. Not Mrs. Woodknocker or the girl. There's only one choice, unfortunately. Mr. Woodknocker. As soon as the crystal is planted, we will sedate him. And then, at 11 o'clock, my monster will have a new brain! Oh, the thrill of it!
Wonderful.
Answer the door. Whoever it is, get rid of them. Then keep an eye on our guests. We don't want to lose any of them. I must recheck the instruments. Oh, my! My! Oh, my! Oh, my!
My, oh my, oh my. Get rid of them, he says. I should have made them carry this up first. Fetch, carry, fetch, carry. They make me do all the work. Someday, I will get my revenge. They will ask me to do something, and I won't do it. Better yet, if I could get my brain transferred into the body of the monster, I would be the most powerful man on earth. Think of it. My wonderful brain in the monster's wonderful body. Betsy, when the doctor gives me the crystal, I'll keep it myself.
Hello, Mr. Igor.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Fetch and carry. Fetch and carry.
Say, that looks like a mummy case. Whose is it?
A guest.
I wonder what's inside. Can I see?
No. I'll get in trouble. And I have enough of that already. Don't touch the box. Leave the box alone. Leave alone the box. Don't touch the box. Leave the box alone.
Darn, just a little dirt. Oh well, this place has possibilities. Now, if I were a secret passage, where would I be? No. No. The fireplace. There's always something at the fireplace. No. Aha! There you are, you little devil. This must lead to every room in the castle.
But I must see the doctor. It's very important. A matter of life and death.
I'm sorry. The doctor's in the middle of an important experiment, and he cannot be disturbed.
But he must be disturbed. I have only one night left. Tomorrow is the full moon.
You mean the full moon?
Yes.
The full moon.
The full moon.
That's what I said.
The full moon.
I'm tired of repeating myself. I am Sir Lawrence Talbot III.
Oh my goodness.
So you've heard of me.
Yes, but never did I think we would meet.
I'm not a bad one. I have feelings, needs, wants, desires. But when the full moon rises above that mountain, I change. I change into this hairy beast with jagged teeth and a thirst for blood. Now get the doctor.
The full moon. Full moon. Full moon. Full moon. Don't touch the box.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Frankenmeyer. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you were Mr. Frankenmeyer.
It's quite all right, miss.
I'm Miriam Woodknocker. Are you a guest here too?
A guest? Why, I suppose I am.
Well, I know this is going to sound forward, but do you by any chance play tennis?
Tennis?
Oh, I'm just going to ask Mr. Frankenmeyer where the tennis courts are so I can practice in the morning. But if you play, then we can play doubles with my father and brother. Oh, they're quite good, though. They did win the doubles trophy at the country club last summer. Oh, I am sorry. Well, I don't mean to dominate the conversation. I just get so tired of having to know about my family all day. It's been like this ever since we came on this trip.
It's quite all right. Your conversation is delightful. Really.
Well, thank you. Oh, yes, I'm afraid it's true. Well, I haven't had anyone to talk to on this whole trip but my family. Well, I don't speak French or German, and
I speak English like a native. I lived in England for many years.
Oh, well, I love England. Well, its history and all. I'd like to go to London someday. We didn't go this summer because Father was there on tour to play with my mother shortly after they were married.
So your father's an actor?
Oh, yes. Well, he's a comedian. You know, at home he's really quite ordinary. Not too different from most fathers. Oh, but when he's in public, he turns into the most outrageous character. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. I know quite well. When will this agony end?
Are you all right, Mr. Talbot? It's only a storm.
Yes, it's only a storm.
Well, anyway, Mother used to be a dancer in my father's play company. Oh, but he made her retire. You know, I think she resented it a little. Well, she still does. Oh, but Father hasn't been feeling very well. You know, it's nerves and insomnia. So his doctor suggested this trip. Oh, but he hasn't felt much better, and he gets seasick at the mention of a ship.
And the ship we were on sat so high in the water, it rolled back and forth, standing still as a dock.
It's very amusing.
Father did think so.
You know, I don't think I've enjoyed myself as much in years until this very moment.
Mr. Talbot, I believe.
Yes. And you were
Mr. Frankenmeyer.
Frankenmeyer. Oh, I see. Well, I must have a word with you, Mr. Frankenmeyer.
Oh, well, don't let me disturb you. I'll talk to you later, Mr. Talbot. You're so interesting to talk to. Oh, Mr. Frankenmeyer, where are your tennis courts?
Tennis courts? Oh, well, I'll have Igor string some netting up tomorrow morning in the garden.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later, Mr. Talbot.
Oh, please, call me Larry. I do hope that I will see you again. You make me forget my troubles.
Goodbye.
But where am I going to get in that?
Don't argue. Just do it. But first, get something for the Melvin.
Melvin?
Melvin.
Oh, you mean Melvin?
Still playing with monsters, Dr. Frankenstein?
Don't call me doctor. It's none of your business what I'm doing. What do you want?
I'll take a drink first.
Igor, a drink for Mr. Talbot, and I'll have one too. I have a feeling this is going to be a long night. Now, what is it, Mr. Talbot, you want?
Well, you obviously know who I am. Tomorrow is the full moon, and...
The full moon?
I cannot go through another full moon like the last one. Doctor, you don't know what it's like. Living month after month, year after year. Knowing that when the moon changes, you'll change too. Your body, it's racked with agony. You're hunted like a wild beast. Doctor, you must help me. That girl, I don't dare be nice to her, let alone begin to like her, for fear that I shall see the mark of my next victim in her hands. Doctor, I cannot go on like this. You must cure me.
That's impossible. It would take months, perhaps years of study before I could attempt to cure.
Then kill me, Dr. Frankenstein. You would do the same for a mad dog.
Oh, calm down. Calm down. Perhaps there is a way. It will take some time and some trial and error. But there are possibilities. I will strike a bargain with you. If you will help me with my experiment, then I'll help you.
Yes. Anything to be free of this curse.
Once you begin, there'll be no turning back. Agreed?
Agreed.
Then, let us drink to our partnership. To success.
To freedom.
To Melvin.
Now, listen carefully. This is a fluorite crystal. It is very rare. It is the key to your future happiness, but you must make no mistakes.
Don't worry, Doctor. I won't. Just Tell me what I need to do.
I was going to get the crystal to Igor, but a man who is desperate will make certain that nothing goes wrong. This crystal focuses the rays of my brain transfer.
Your what?
I don't have time for details. You must get this crystal placed on the body of Mr. Woodknocker.
Woodknocker? But isn't that
The girl's father, yes. He's a little strange, but he is intelligent. If my experiment works, I can retrain him as I want him. The energy from the machine is focused through the crystal. The brain is changed into 1 billion particles and sent through space. It takes several hours to build up the energy necessary to make the transfer. It is very dangerous until the energy is released. It will be ready tonight, 11 o'clock. You must have this crystal placed on the body of Mr. Woodknocker before then. If you are still in possession of the crystal, then your brain will be in the brain of the monster, and the monster's brain will be in you. You have just 1 hour. Do not fail.
You're going to steal some poor man's brain for... But... No, it's too soon. The full moon, it's not until tomorrow.
Calvin. The sedative. Igor, you idiot.
Did you call?
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker.
It's good to see you again, but I have no one to blame but myself. Lovely weather we are having, a bit chilly, but it keeps the ice from melting.
Doctor! Doctor!
Doctor? Why, I am a doctor! There's the horse. Come here, you. Say, oh, just as I suspected, you are smoking too much.
Mr. Woodknocker, it's Talbot. He's fainted.
Don't tell me, I shall find him myself. Well, I can do nothing for this man. He has fainted. What he needs is a long ocean voyage. In the meantime, I shall be out in the garden. If he should recover, don't blame me.
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker, it may start raining. You'll get wet in the garden. Getting wet would not be good for your health.
So I get wet. If the sun were out, I get sunstroke. Remember, I'm an incurable insomniac. And the only cure for insomnia is vodka. Yes, vodka. And lots of gin to go with it. You know, I stay awake all night long, thinking of ways to go to sleep. I used to worry about it, but that didn't help. So now I think about other things, like, why are there always seagulls at the seashore?
I don't have the faintest idea.
Because if they were in the bay, they'd be bagels. Oh, this insomnia.
That man is crazy. Perhaps I've made a mistake. What am I going to do with Talbot? I can't just leave him lying here. That's it. I'll put him in here until I can get Igor to remove him to the dungeons.
finding out things. So, this is the Wolfman, and this Crystal. I better go tell Pop. He'll never believe this. A real Wolfman. Mr. Talbot? Mr. Talbot? Oh, darn. Why, he's the first man I meet on this trip, and I don't even get to talk to him. I'll see him in the morning, I suppose. Maybe we'll skip tennis and go for a long stroll in the woods. And then we can sit under a tree and talk.
Oh, Miriam, have you seen your father?
I haven't seen him, Mother.
He's out wandering around again. No, he says it's insomnia, but I think it's just another reason to keep me up all night. Oh, he's probably out bothering the other hotel guests or personnel. You know, it is one thing to act crazy on stage and make people laugh, but to continue on with those answers off stage is just too much. Father's been embarrassing me since the day we were married, not to mention complete strangers. Have you seen any of the other guests?
Well, there's one man I've seen.
Oh?
Yes, he's a young man, and he's very interesting looking.
And when did you meet him?
When I was asking Mr. Frankenstein where the tennis courts are.
Did you happen to ask Mr. Frankenstein where the bathrooms are?
Why no?
Oh, all I have is a bowl and a pitcher of water in my room. Well, there aren't any in the hallways upstairs, so I'm going to look around down here. Oh, you better not stay up much later. It's starting to get dark. There aren't any lights in the hallways upstairs. The accommodations in these European hotels are terrible.
Oh, Mother, before you go, may I ask you a question?
Oh, of course, dear. About what?
Well, did you love Father when you married him?
Well, of course I did. I still do. Do you think I don't?
Oh, no, I know you do. Well, I just wonder sometimes the way that you're always scolding him, and he seems to do everything he can to aggravate you, but to make you argue with him.
Dear, I guess we've been doing it so long we don't even realize what we're doing anymore. Your father has given me some wonderful years. Did you know I was dating his brother when we met?
No?
That's when your father asked me to be in his vaudeville act as a dancer. His brother never forgave me for marrying Julius.
Well, was it love at first sight? I mean, can such things really happen?
Well, it was a whirlwind romance. Oh, I suppose a young lady can meet a young man for the first time and know that he's Mr. Right. Just make sure you know more about your Mr. Right than I knew about your father. There'll be a lot less shock and surprises that way.
Oh, Mother, will you do me a favor and just try to overlook a little what Father does? But then you may not try so hard to make you upset.
Well, it's not easy to change overnight. But I'll think about it awfully hard. You better get upstairs now. It's starting to get chilly.
Oh, I won't stay down too long, Mother. We'll go for a walk together tomorrow morning, and then we'll have dinner together tomorrow night, and we'll go dancing on the terrace in the moonlight.
Fetch and carry, fetch and carry. Move the body from this box to that box.
Hello?
Hello?
Well, have you seen Mr. Talbot?
Mr. Talbot? No!
Well, if you do, be sure to tell him that Miss Woodknocker is looking forward to playing tennis in the morning.
I never have any fun. Nobody ever asked me to play tennis. But brain is in the body of the monster. Then I will have fun, making life miserable for everybody else. Where is that crystal?
Ah, my dear Countess, you don't know what it means to me to find another insomniac wandering through the darkened halls of night, searching for relief, for that peace that never comes, at least until it's time to go out.
Oh, darling, I know just what you mean. As soon as the sun goes up, my eyes are wide open.
Oh, I love how you say darling, darling, darling.
Oh, darling!
Yes?
It is my son, is that right?
Oh, I once knew an elephant with a trunk like that, but it wasn't big enough. So we sold it for $40. In fact, that's the trunk.
It is beautiful, darling. I got it in Egypt.
Ah, he chipped you too, eh? Well, this reminds me of a girl I once knew. She was fair, fat, and 40, and her bank account wasn't too shabby either. She reminded me of the Prince of Wales. Oh, not the current Prince of Wales, but the Prince of Wales. Believe me, I know a whale when I see one.
Oh, darling, you're so full of Bruce.
Oh, can you see it from there? I always get this way when I eat radishes.
Would you like it, me?
Oh, I never touch the stuff.
Well, I have a terrible craving for Bloody Mary.
Well, I'll bet you do.
Pop! Pop! I've been looking all over for you!
Oh, well then go check upstairs. If I'm not there, I'll be out in the garden under a cabbage leaf.
Pop, this is serious! There is a man in that mummy box. And Mr. Frankenstein will Dr. Frankenstein and he's going to steal your brain with a machine that uses crystal.
Steal my brain? Why, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever avoid. Why would he want to steal my brain when he can have it for $32.50 plus tax? Come here, let me smell your breath. Oh, that was a mistake. I thought I told you to lay off the lemonade.
But Pop, it's true. Look in the mummy case.
Very well, my good man. Let me try that again. Well, you didn't tell me it was a music box. Does it play anything else? How about Home Home on the Range?
Natasha, I told you!
Henry, don't glare at me like that. I have been down here talking to Mr. Woodknocker. But it wasn't me. I think you know who it might be.
What's the matter? I put a huge bathroom into my room.
Oh, I thought it was Mother.
Well, could have been. You ever seen her without makeup?
Where is Mother?
Oh, she was arguing with the wall last time I saw her.
She went looking for the bathroom.
Oh, where did she go?
Down that hall. There.
Oh, these halls are dangerous if you don't know where you're going. I'll call Igor to look for her.
Well, I'm not touching from this spot.
What are you doing back there? I was setting a trap for mice.
Oh, not that story. You've been waiting there to jump out at me, and don't tell me you weren't.
Quickly, Igor, we must find Mrs. Woodknocker before...
Now that's rude. Well, that's not rude. Well, what's that?
Mice! Quickly, Igor, quickly!
Come with you, my
No, you must not follow. These halls are dangerous. Please, stay here.
Oh, very well, Junior. Let's play cards.
Father.
Oh, this is the worst thing you've ever done to us.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm coming, Mrs. Woodknocker. Oh, well, maybe I'll just wait here.
Pop, what are we going to do? He's still in the mummy case.
Who's in the mummy case?
Why, the Wolfman's in the mummy case. I'd open it myself, but I don't have any Wolfbane. Why don't you open it, Mrs. McGonagall?
You know, such a thing, Mr. Woodknocker. If there's anything in there, I don't want to see it.
Mrs. McGonagall!
Gin!
Oh,
Gracious, good evening.
Blood. So, my intuition was correct.
My darling, you know I cannot live without you. I had to come.
A pretty story, but I don't believe it.
We will discuss this later. But first, you must introduce me, my dear.
This gorgeous hunk of man is Mr. Woodlocker. Understandable.
And this must be Mrs. Woodlocker.
Not your wildest nightmares!
This is my husband, the Count.
Huh. The Count of Monte Cristo, I presume.
I know. I am Count Alucard from Transylvania. My castle is in the Carpathian Mountains near the Borgo Pass.
Never heard of it.
Oh? I am sorry.
I'm not. You ever heard of Cucamonga?
It's him, those beady eyes, I know him anywhere.
Allow me to introduce myself to this vision of loveliness.
Huh, those beady eyes must be blind.
I am Count Alucard from Transylvania. You remind me of the beautiful women of my country.
Oh, I am sorry. For a moment you reminded me of, it's quite ridiculous.
Fetch, Gary. Fetch, Harry.
Move the body from all. No. She's fainted.
Well, that seems to be contagious around here.
Henry, darling. Look who has just arrived.
Oh.
Why, Henry, you don't look pleased to see me. After all, you should remember that forever my darling, little Natasha is. I am not quite there.
Julius? Julius? Oh, darling, it was huge!
Well, if you held me any tighter, I'd be behind you.
Oh, it came out of the darkness. It was growling and shuffling, and its eyes were flaming, and it had its arms outstretched like this.
Oh, don't worry, my dear. That was just Mrs. McGonagall sleepwalking.
Mr. Woodlocker, I've been here all the time.
Miriam Jr., take your mother to her room.
But, Pa,
Oh, we'll talk about your man in the box later.
The man in the box?
man in the box?
The man in the box.
There's a man in my box.
Pa, now they all know.
Oh, ixnay on the ox bay already. We'll talk about it later.
Where is the crystal?
I couldn't find it.
You better hop along too, Mrs. McGonagall. Now, Mr. Frankenstein, what's going on here?
Why, nothing.
Nothing. Do I look like an idiot? Oh, don't answer that. Well, I may look like an idiot, but I'm no dope. You advertise this dump as a quiet, restful retreat. So far, everyone's running around screaming. I'm not a well man, Mr. Frankenheimer. I take pills. I take green pills, blue pills, orange pills, glad pills. Pills to remind me to take pills. Oh, that reminds me. Take one.
You can't mean you take a pill.
Oh, wait a minute. That's my cigar. I wonder what I lit up this morning. Remember, I'm not a well man, I must have quiet. Quiet!
Why does this happen to me?
Henry, is that man a lunatic? Or what are your new creations?
Oh, that man is an American. Igor, please another drink.
No, I won't do it.
American. I have heard of these Americans. Perhaps these shall go to America one day. A fresh new country. Fresh faces. New blood.
And beautiful women.
My darling, jealous Natasha.
What do I have to be jealous of? A silly woman who screams at bats. I think so.
My darling, you know I love only you. You are the moon of my night. Without you, I am but a hollow shell, doomed to fly the nights. A love-born monster.
The monster! Oh, I completely forgot. The monster!
He's probably roaming the countryside, mauling the villagers as he used to.
Quickly, Igor, get the shackles. We must find him. Please, my friends, I need your help. Fly over the forest, see if you can see him. Igor and I will search the village and the brewery.
No. I will go search the brewery.
My darling, watch out for that tree on your left. He won't cry.
All I wanted was a brain.
Have any of you nice people seen a rather tall gentleman with a green face?
Yeah, I did. I think I'm that way.
That way?
Yeah, that way.
Oh no! You know what that means?
No.
He went that way?
Yeah.
It means he probably escaped. And he's running through the forest.
He did it.
This is terrible news. We can't do the rest of the show without him. It'll probably take me 10 or 15 minutes to catch him, so we might as well have the intermission now. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with our theater, maybe this is your first time here, let me explain a few things. Our snack bar is located behind these curtains,
Can we move the snack bar?
but you can't get there that way. We ask that you go through these curtains and then form a line in the hall at the back of the theater and then come out of these curtains. That way it's a much more orderly. Now, for some of you may have found the first part of the show rather exciting and you need to use the facilities. Behind these curtains are 2 rooms. Each room has a bowl and a pitcher of water. Don't drink from the bowl. There's a drinking fountain out here too. Now, during the intermission, we have one more thing we need to ask you, and this is very serious. Don't joke. Very serious. It's especially for the little ones, and the bigger ones, and for some of you who may be middle-sized. During the intermission, please, don't touch the box. Leave the box alone. Don't touch the box. Leave alone the box. You two, don't touch it. Now, enjoy the intermission. But remember, We're going to go to the snack bar or to the restrooms. You must walk this way. You have enough pets already. Now give him a treat. No, not the bottle. Little boy, didn't your parents teach you not to take candy from someone strange? But leave her alone. Leave her alone. Don't worry, ma'am. He was not made for you. Go to the laboratory. No. The laboratory. Laboratory. Give me the bottle. Give it to me. Drink it all. You brainwashed.
Yes.
And a high forehead?
Yes.
And a greenish face and silvery things sticking out of its neck like this and...
Yes, Junior. Do you really think that?
I was just asking. I'm sure it was just your imagination.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Woodknocker. Good afternoon, Junior. You haven't seen the Count, have you?
I haven't seen anyone.
Well, I couldn't sleep last night with all that racket. And I saw the Count pull large box into his room. It's right across the hall from me. I've been knocking at his door all day, but he doesn't answer. Oh, you don't suppose something's happened to him, do you?
You know, there's something awfully strange about that Count.
Oh, nonsense. I think he's charming.
I think he's a gigolo.
A what?
A gigolo. A guy that runs after women for their money.
You mean a gigolo?
Yeah, a guy that runs
I
after...
know what it is. How do you know?
I read it in a book.
Well, I think he's charming.
Oh, Mr. Frankenmeyer, whatever happened?
Why, I have a little problem with the boiler. Please excuse my appearance and my neglect of you. Have you seen Mr. Talbot?
Oh, he left this morning with my daughter Marianne. I do hope they get back soon. Those storm clouds are starting to look threatening.
Mr. Frankenmeyer, have you seen the Count? He's still a guest here, isn't he?
Yes, he's still a guest here. He sleeps a lot during the day. He's a night person.
Oh, like Pop.
Oh dear. Well, it's starting to get dark too. Oh. I'm going to go wake up Julius and ask him to go find Marion. Something must have happened or they'd be back by now.
Oh, I'm sure she's all right. I'm gonna stroll in the garden.
So, Mr. Frankenmeyer, how long have you lived here?
Why, I inherited this castle from my grandfather. Don't you have some place you need to be?
No.
What are you doing there?
I'm a junior detective of America, Cucamonga chapter. As we gather clues and evidence, we write them down. Saves time when putting things together later.
Oh, well, evidence?
Evidence, you know, for solving murders, mysteries, robberies. What's that knocking?
Oh, knocking? I don't hear any knocking.
Are you all right this evening, Mr. Frankenmeyer? You seem awfully nervous.
Why, not at all.
I better go. I think I hear my mother calling me.
What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry.
Oh, not as sorry as I'm going to be. You keep out all night searching for that creature of yours. I come home to my room exhausted. And my box is not there. I search and search. Igor has left it down here. When I finally find it, there is a man inside. I barely have time to roll him out and get him myself before the sword goes through the window. My heart was so beating heavy. On the top of it all, I broke a nail.
I'm sorry, but nothing seems to be going right. There was so much energy in the machine that it nearly blew up. It was only a miracle that it didn't. We got back with the creature just in time. I've been working all day trying to get it repaired and ready for tonight, and Talbot has gone with the crystal.
The crystal?
Well, it's a critical part of the machine I was telling you about. I wish I had a recording of this so I wouldn't have to repeat it to everyone who walks in the room. Anyway, Talbot has gone with the crystal, and Igor is acting strange. I can't trust anyone anymore. Darling, if you will help me with my experiment, I'll do anything to make it up to you.
Well, when you put it that way, darling, how can I refuse? What is it you would have me do?
Must get the crystal planted on Mr. Woodknocker. The machine is building energy again. This time I have set the automatic controls so that nothing will stop it. At 11 o'clock it will automatically switch brains. I will get the crystal and give it to you, and then you snuggle up to Mr. Woodknocker and slip in his pocket.
I can do that,
So
darling.
you walked over to her and said, "Pardon me, madam, I'm terribly sorry my son's toast landed on your plate. If it should happen again, I'll be sure to throw the jab with it."
Oh, mother was just furious.
Good evening, Miss Woodknocker and Mr. Talbot.
Hello, Mr. Frankenstein. Have you met the Countess Larry?
No, I don't believe I have.
The Countess Labrinsky? Mr. Talbot.
Ah, Mr. Talbot. I've heard so much about you, but never did I...
think we would meet.
Well, I must say, you do look strangely familiar, as if we had already met.
I've heard of you as well, Countess, and your illustrious husband.
You people are so happy in love. Oh, I remember what it was like to be young.
What are you eating?
Henry, I will be back before we are ready to proceed. I must take some exercise. Oh, the children of the night, what beautiful music they make.
Talbot, I must speak with you.
Yes. Miriam, it has been a wonderful day, and I shall never forget. Please remember to wear the herb necklace that I gave you.
Oh, but it has such an odor, Larry.
But I told you, it's a special herb for warding off evil.
Oh, you Europeans. You're so superstitious.
I know, Miriam, but wear it anyway.
Talbot,
Yes, yes. Now, Miriam, I shall see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, no. You are having dinner tonight with my family. And then we are going dancing on the terrace in the moonlight.
Moonlight?
Oh, you men, you're all alike. Mention the word dancing and you just fall apart. Now I'm going upstairs to change, and I'll expect to see you later.
Did you hear that? She expects to have dinner with me tonight.
don't worry about that. You've got plenty of time before the moon rises now. Give me the crystal.
I don't have it.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't have it. I woke up this morning lying on the floor. I barely had time to stand up and pull myself together before Miriam and her mother came in.
You find that crystal or I'll see you doomed.
Don't threaten me, Doctor. I'm in control of myself now.
But in a couple of hours, you find that crystal and I'll see you don't have to worry about that. I have a sleeping potion that'll put you out cold for the night. And to make sure, I'll lock you in the dungeons until we find a cure. But only if you find that crystal. Now get to it. Time is running out.
Oh, Count, your stories are so thrilling. Please tell me more.
Oh, great, please. Henry told me that we have more guests. You must introduce us, Henry.
This is Mr. Talbot, the Count Alucard, and this is Mrs. McGonagall. And her hat.
Mr. Talbot, I have heard of you, but never did
I
I think.
think we would meet.
How did you know?
I read the script.
I see. Well, I was just telling Mrs. McGonagall about my castle in Transylvania. You should all come for a visit one day. We will have such fun. The wonderful rugged countryside. It is so exhilarating to go hunting. The woods with their fiery eyes glowing in the night. And I love to fly through the cloudless skies, over the twinkling lights of the villages nestled in the crags and valleys of the mountains.
Oh, you have an airplane? That's thrilling. I've always wanted to learn how to fly.
Perhaps I shall teach you one day. Come, Mrs. McGonagall. let us watch the moon rise above the rugged mountain peaks. Such a wonderful sight to behold. It reminds me of the Baroque battlements of my castle.
Oh, Count, I'd love to see your broken battlements.
I can't go through with this, but we had a bargain.
But to steal a man's brain, your monster is made of dead men. It's hideous enough, but to steal a living man's brain.
But there's the mistakes of the past, and a dead man's brain has too much deteriorated tissue. Even when we operated, we damaged the cells and the tissues. But a complete reassembly of the cells and tissues. Think of it!
I can't. I won't go through with this, Doctor.
You think that you are driven by a curse? Well, so am I. The curse of the past. The curse of the unknown. Failure is my curse, but I will not fail again. If your heart is so weak at the thought of the sacrifice of one man for the advancement of science.
Science? What science? Is it going to make the world a better place? Is it going to help people?
I refuse to discuss it further. If you won't put the crystal on Mr. Woodknocker, I'll do it myself. Just find that crystal before the moon rises, or it'll be too late to do anything about your problem.
Doctor, the machine, it's overheating. All the dials are spinning around.
Oh no! You've touched something.
No!
Yes!
I told you not to touch anything! Why did this happen to me? I think I shall go mad. Find that crystal. Time is running out. Oh, get away, you idiot! Go help Talbot find the crystal.
It's not nice to treat people the way he treats me. I think I need a new master. How about you?
No thanks. I have enough trouble looking after myself, besides. It was your bubbling that got us into this mess in the first place, you with your drug drinks.
With what I know about you, I would have a fine tale to tell a certain young lady.
Silence, you fool! You breathe a word about me to anyone, it shall be your last breath. Now help me find the crystal.
If I find it, I won't give it to you.
Dying for something?
None of your business!
We'll see about that.
That's the guy that was in the wolf case in the mummy case last night, Pop. He's the wolfman. He's been with Miriam all day.
Oh, he doesn't look too wolfish to me. My son here says that you're the wolf that's been after my daughter. You must be Mr. Woodknocker.
Ooh, that was last time I checked.
How do you do?
Everyone I can, thank you.
It's the one in the middle.
Oh, when will this boat stop rocking? I might as well be a drinking man. I always wake up with a hangover anyway. Oh, which way to the porthole? I think I'm gonna behave. Now let's get down to brass knuckles, shall we? What are your designs on my daughter?
Well, I like your daughter very much.
Aha! A wild sheep in wolf's clothing.
Better hurry. The doctor won't like you.
Another country heard from. Hey, wait a minute. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
I carried your bag.
Well, I'm not sure I'm seeing you now. Must be something I ate. Listen, I don't mean to give you the bum's rush, but put an egg in your shoe and beat it.
But I don't have an egg.
Scramble. Up with you.
Hamstray, save us from your nin! Come! Flubbery! Now, Mr. Talbot. My son is known in our neck of the woods as Snoop Woodknocker, junior detective. And he thinks there's something funny going on around here, which is more than I can say.
Now, Mr. Talbot, if that's your real name, what are you doing here?
I'll ask the questions here.
Now, Mr. Talbot, if that is your real name, what are you doing here?
How do they do?
Like the truth.
Well, kind of a likely story. I'll tell you what you're doing. You're looking for something you lost last night, aren't you?
But how did you know?
Was it bigger than a bread box?
Mr. Woodknocker?
No, don't help me, don't help me. Is it small enough to fit in that little gravy boat on the mantle?
What?
Pop!
Well, that's where you hid it, isn't it?
Why can't you tell him?
Sounded like fun.
But how did you know where it was?
Well, last night while you were talking to Mr. Frankenstein, frankincense, was there a convention here last night? Anyway, whilst you were taking a snooze in yon box, Junior pinched the little bottle.
What?
So you know everything. Well, I know Junior's side of the boondoggle. What's yours?
Does it really matter?
Of course! Every public nuisance is entitled to a defense. Just keep it quick, I'm only here for a week.
Well, what could I tell you that Junior hasn't already explained?
Well, who says I believe him? Oh, he's a good kid and all, but he only tells the truth as far as he knows it.
I've got it all down here in my notebook. First, Talbot says to the doctor, "Doctor, I need your help. You're Junior killing." Then the doctor says,
All right. Thank you. I'll tell my own story. And then, Mr. Woodknocker, I'll walk out that door. You'll never hear from me again. But you must not tell Miriam. Tell her I have some terminal disease and it would never work out between us. I don't want her to know.
I'll be the judge of that.
You may not know me by my real name, Lawrence Talbot, but you have heard the Wolfman. I'm the Wolfman.
"I told you, Pop."
Oh, the real Wolfman, eh? Well, say, I've heard of you, but never did I think we would meet. You've been peeking at my script.
I never asked to be the Wolfman. It's a disease, a curse. I searched for years to find a cure, or at least some peace of mind. That's why I came here. I thought maybe the doctor could help me.
"I told you, Pop."
He said that he would help me if I helped him first with his experiment. It turns out his experiment was a plot to steal your brain for his monster. Using this crystal and some machine, he plans to switch your brain for the monster that his grandfather created. I'm ashamed to say that I agreed to help him, but only in the beginning. I want nothing to do with it now.
Well, that's an interesting tale, Mr. Talbot. And that does seem to confirm Junior's side of the story.
"I said what you doing, Pop."
Ah, you never kick a man while he's down, son. Just while he's not looking.
Here's the crystal.
Well, I don't want it. Give it back to Frankenstein.
He'll only try to slip it to you when you're not paying attention.
Oh, let him try. It'll be a sorry day when I can't bamboozle the likes of him. Besides, I could use a little excitement.
"But Pop, your nerves."
Well, my nerves will take care of themselves. And all we need to do is find a way to balance the machinery around here somehow.
"Pop, we don't have much time. I heard Frankenstein tell Igor that everything is set for tonight. All they need is that crystal. I heard it was a secret passage down in the dungeon. I saw the monster too. It was the thing Mom saw in the hall last night."
Well, you think you could get back down there and throw a wrench into the works?
Try.
Okay, be careful, Junior, and remember, Lady Godiva put everything she had on a horse. All we have is you.
Don't worry, Pop. I know this place like the back of my... Ow!
We're in trouble. So, who else knows about this nefarious scheme?
Igor, of course, and myself. I don't know about anybody else.
Well, what about the Countess and that Alucard fellow?
Alucard is Dracula spelled backwards. I've heard those two are very jealous and that they're always flirting in front of each other.
I thought the Countess was rather friendly, but I thought it was on account of my charm. Do you really think they could be involved in this?
If Frankenstein got desperate, he might use anyone. He and the Countess were talking when I came in.
Well, knowing human nature as I do, I'll wager that Frankenstein won't do it himself, so I think I'm going to lay my money on the Countess. I think I'm going to have some fun tonight.
Oh, Julius, I've been looking all over for you. You need to dress for dinner.
Well, I am dressed.
Can't eat like that.
And why not?
Julius, we bought 2 tuxedos in Paris. I just wanted you to wear one of them tonight.
Well, I bought those 2 monkey suits because they fit and they were on sale. Never said I was going to wear one. You don't have to. Why should I?
Julius, I just want you to dress decently for once and not like something the cat drug in.
Well, what are you talking about? We at least match.
Would it be so hard to please me once in a while? Oh, Julius, please, don't embarrass me again like you did on the boat.
Mother.
Very well, Julius. Do as you please. I'll meet you upstairs. Oh, where's Junior? He seems to have run off again.
Well, I sent him on an errand.
Oh.
Well, what in the world is up with her? That's the first argument she's given up in years.
She's trying very hard not to argue, Father.
Well, what for? What would life be without a little discussion now and then? I'll see you when I see you, Talbot. Oh. What are you two looking at? Haven't you ever seen a Julius seizure before?
On the ship, Father refused to wear his tuxedo when they got invited to dine at the captain's table. So then Mother refused to be seen with him. So then he told her that if... Oh, what's the matter? You enjoyed all my other stories.
Nothing.
Oh, don't be so gloomy. Here, relax. Why, I'm not going to bite you. You've had a good day, haven't you?
Yes.
Here. Oh. We're going to have a wonderful evening.
Mary, I must be leaving tonight. I can't stay.
Leaving? But I thought that we were going to
Excuse
stay.
me, Miss Woodknocker. I must speak with Mr. Talbot. You don't have time for talking to her. Where's the crystal?
Here. Take it, go to the devil.
Don't be a goody-goody around me, Talbot. Has the Countess returned?
Countess. So that's who you're going to use. I figured as much.
Don't worry yourself about that. You have a little problem of your own. And from the looks of you, we'd better hurry. I'll send Igor up with a sedative. It'll have to be injected. I'll talk to you in the morning.
What was that all about?
Mary, do you still have the wolf ring? The herb necklace that I gave you?
Oh, as silly as it is. Yes, I have it right here.
Mary, no matter what happens, remember that we did have a wonderful day together.
You're acting so strangely this evening, Larry. Here, come and look at the mountains. Oh, look, the moon is coming out over the mountains. Oh, it's so big and round. I guess it's a good way back home. Not really. It's like oh, Larry. Oh, the terrace. Larry. Larry! Larry! Oh, dear God!
everything, he wouldn't understand. He has a disease that affects him strangely.
Oh, we've got to go find him and help him.
Oh, no, he's very dangerous when he is like this.
Well, I'm going to go find him even if you won't. Somebody's got to help him. Larry! Larry!
No, you must not.
But Natasha, darling, he was quite innocent. You did not have to swoop down on us like the Red Baron.
Stay away from me, you flea-bitten Casanova, or I'll scratch your eyes out.
But Natasha...
Don't interrupt me when I'm arguing, Henry. The first chance he gets, he's off with some silly woman.
Oh, look at his portrait. You're frightened to death.
Natasha, here's the crystal. You must get it on Mr. Woodknocker immediately.
Henry, don't you understand that I'm not interested in your silly games anymore? Do your own dirty.
Oh, but you can't be mad at Vlad. It wasn't his fault. Mrs. McGonagall's to blame. She was flirting with him, throwing herself at him. Vlad was merely being polite. It's true.
Yes, it is true. I am but an innocent bystander.
Oh, now the things you say.
Innocent? Does this look like innocence to you, darling? I think not. Oh, you know, I think I will take that crystal after all.
Thank you, darling. And remember, I'll do anything to make it up to you.
Ah, leave it to me.
Yes, of course. Well, one last check. The instruments. We can't be too careful.
What is going on between you two, my darling?
Oh, nothing, my sweet. We are doing some sort of experiment. He gave me this little crystal to help me keep it.
He seems quite anxious. It must be very important.
Yes, he said it was very important. Here, you take. You know how I use things.
It looks like a diamond.
Yes, it is very beautiful. Keep it close to your heart. Don't ever let it.
Just as I hold you close to my heart. Oh, Natasha, darling, can you ever forgive me your past?
Oh, after tonight, there will be nothing to forgive. My darling son.
Oh, my darling, beautiful Natasha. I am actually here.
Well, when you finish with her feet, you can start on mine. Oh, that isn't an insult. I don't know what is. Huh, Natasha? Leave this stuffed shirt and fly away with me. I love you.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, if I were your shoes, I wouldn't know what to say either, except maybe, ouch. Or maybe you can suggest something. As a matter of fact, you do. To me, you suggest a baboon. What? Oh, I'm sorry I said that. It's not fair to the rest of the baboons.
You are making me angry. I'm a man of few words.
Well, I'm a man of one word. Scram!
Natasha, let us find a place where we can be alone.
No.
What, you still here? Don't look now, but there's one too many men in this room, and I think it's you. It's the same old story. Boy meets girl. Romeo and Juliet from Minneapolis. And say, whoa, don't point that nose at me, it might go off. Oh. Aha! I'm God! Tuesday! Arrivederci! Did you like that?
It was powerful, darling.
I took lessons at Acme Fencing. I could sit in your lap all night long, unless you stood up. Your eyes, they shine like the pants of a Swedish knit suit. Oh, that's no reflection on you, my dear. That's a reflection on the pants. Now, we must fly away together. I've got a little bungalow, and you could be on the inside, and I could be on the outside trying to get in. Or you could be upstairs, and I could be downstairs trying to get up. Or you could be inside out, and I could be upside down, and forget it. If you haven't heard from me by Friday, the whole thing's off. Anyway, will you marry me? I love you.
Oh, darling.
Mr. Woodknocker, that would be bigamy.
Why, that'd be bigamy, too. That'd be big of all of us.
I'm going to tell Mrs. Woodknocker everything I heard. I knew you were a cad all along.
Always thought of myself as a Mercedes.
What a strange woman she is.
Well, you don't know the half of that, my dear.
What are you going to do now?
I'm going to sit in your lap till the moon comes up.
Oh.
And goes down.
Hi, Pop.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't know you
were busy. Where did he come from?
Why, from the fireplace, of course, and I do wish he'd go back. Now, my dear Countess, you must meet me out the garden under the moonlight. Ah, I can see it now, you and the moon. You wear a necktie, so I'll know which one is you. And while the moon is sneaking around the clouds, I'll be sneaking around you. Well?
I heard Frankenstein tell Igor that he gave the crystal to the Countess.
Oh, well, she hasn't slipped it to me yet, and heaven knows I gave her every opportunity. What about that machine?
Can't get near it. Frankenstein keeps fiddling with everything on it.
Well, you get back down there and wait for your chance. I'll create a distraction and try to get Frankenstein up here somehow.
Okay, for sure.
Okay, be careful.
I don't believe a word of it, Mr. Coronado. My husband may be annoying, but he's not unfaithful.
Oh, but I heard him and I saw him.
Are you sure? You said yourself you were coming out of a faint. Maybe you just misunderstood.
Well, if you don't want to take my word for it, I shall leave. In fact, I'm going to pack my bag. I've been frightened by bats and chased by heaven knows what, and for all intents and purposes have been called a liar. I'm going to visit the Count's castle. He promised to show me his broken battlements.
It's been one wreck of a vacation. It's like everyone's deserted me now.
Excuse me. I did not realize this room was occupied.
The room's not crowded. Come in.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Count Alucard. You remind me of the beautiful Venus of my country.
How do you do? I'm entranced. Enchanted to meet you.
No, it is I who am enchanted to meet you. You have such a lovely neck, like a sun.
Oh, I can't.
You shine like the moon of my night, rising above the rugged mountains of my beautiful country.
Count, you shouldn't even talk to me like that. We've just barely met. I don't even know you.
But such evenings were made for getting acquainted.
Now, Count, I'm a married woman. I really don't appreciate such advances.
Forgive me, dear lady, I meant no offense. I am but a lonely traveler tonight, and you have reminded me of the beautiful women of my country. Forgive me for my brashness. I am at your feet.
Well, this is where I came in, you snake in the grass, you toad in the hole.
Julius, what are you doing back there?
Getting an earful, my dear. But don't worry, I shall save you from this masher.
Oh, Julius, don't be so melodramatic.
You crossed me for the last time, Mr. Woodchuck. I shall destroy you.
Well, you shall have to catch me first. Ha-ha.
You think I fear you, Orange Julius?
I know, we'll throw some cheese on the floor, then we'll find out.
Oh, how can you do such a thing to this poor man?
Every man must defend his home, America, and apple pie. Not necessarily in that order.
Oh, what's going on down here? Oh, Count, what happened?
Mr. Woodpecker attacked me.
You horrible man.
What's going on down here?
What's going on? Why, we're having a party. Do you know how to rumba?
Oh, yes.
I'll pick a number from 1 to 10.
Julius, darling, I have been in the garden waiting for you.
And what does she mean by that? Julius, darling?
I going on?
Why, it's nothing, my dear. She's just overwhelmed by my charm.
Does he have the crystal?
You mean peace?
How did you get it?
Now I got it! Stop it! Stop it! Get that crystal! I'll never have it! Get him! I'm ashamed!
Circus around here! I don't have the
Bradley, we haven't much time. It's nearly 11 o'clock. Where's the crystal? You have it? Wait! What are we doing? We want him to have the crystal.
So, you thought you could steal my brain, eh? Well, the Frank is up, Chickenstein.
Steal your brain?
Yes. Whoever's got this crystal at 11 o'clock gets his brain switched with his monster.
But Natasha, you gave that crystal to me.
It was just a joke, darling.
So don't feel badly, Count. You can have it back.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
I don't want it.
Oh, I believe this is yours. Oh, no, hot potato.
Doctor! Doctor! The machine! It's going to explode! The little boy! He pulled the levers! He pushed the knife! And now the premise is all over! And now the dial is going like this! And all of a sudden... The machine! The machine!
I want my mommy!
Don't touch the box.
I did it! I did it! I pulled the levers, I pushed the dials, I turned the knobs, and I did it! I blew up the machine! Igor tried to stop me, but I was too fast for him. Are you okay?
I married your mother because I wanted children. Imagine my disappointment when you arrived.
That's my fault.
Go help your sister.
Oh, Natasha, darling, I think I've had enough vacation in this quiet, restful retreat. Come, let us leave these crazy people and return to the simple life of Transylvania.
Oh, yes, my sweet. I'm glad. Can you ever forgive me for my foolish thoughts? I promise I belong only to you.
And I promise never to look at another woman.
Where? Goodbye, Henry. But where is Henry?
Probably feeding this monster. He'll never give up.
Oh, well, goodbye, Julia, to you, mother, and family.
Miriam!
Happy.
Miriam!
Stephen Farring is no longer the wolfman. Oh, Larry, you all right? I was so frightened. Well, you were like a wild man.
Miriam, I don't know what happened. The power, the explosion from the machine. I'm cured. Miriam, will you marry me?
Yeah! Oh, if it's all right with my parents.
It's okay with me as long as he gets a rabies shot.
Young love, come, my sweet. Let us fly through the night as we used to. Oh, watch out for that tree! Oh, on the left.
And after all the things he said to me,
Ah, Mrs. McGonagall, you're a woman that's been getting nothing but dirty brakes. But don't worry, we can clean and tighten those brakes, but you'll have to spend the night in the garage.
Be nice to Mrs. McGonagall. She's been through enough.
Be nice? To Mrs. McGonagall? Very well, my dear. Mrs. McGonagall, I'm gonna be nice to you. I have the slightest idea how, but I'm gonna try. Well, Ruthie, this vacation been exciting enough for you?
Julius, we came on this vacation to get away from excitement.
What's the point, my dear?
Oh, Julius. I'll never understand you. But after 20 years of marriage, I'm going to quit trying to change you. Let that be a lesson to you, Miriam. Miriam, if you can't change him before you get married, you never will afterwards.
Good thing he's already changed.
Not very true, my dear. Come, let us lodge with my fleas in the hills.
Huh?
Oh, flee to my lodge in the hills. McGonagall, Junior, we have packing to do. Miriam, keep him on a leash.
Well, it certainly does feel good to be me again. Even if the experiment, the brain transfer, was a failure, the doctor did cure me. But, Igor, where is the doctor?
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was in here, yelling something about the machine.
Oh, well, I'm sure we'll see him again. Now, Miriam, let's take that walk. Just kidding.
Nobody ever asked me to go for a walk in the moonlight. No, where
Igor, come down here and get me out of these chains. What do you mean, chaining me up in the dungeon?
do that? Where are you, Doctor? Out of the dungeon. Have you changed your mind?